Hello and welcome to another episode of Calm, Cool, and Crafted. My name is Apple Juice, but others call me AJ. Today we are finishing our big secret project. This has been going we're now at 140 hours. There's going to be two different parts, so I'm close enough to the part that I wanted to get to show here at the corners. So let's jump in and we're just going to get rolling. I have a few more rows to do of this ribbing, and then we're just going to get into the cornering because I have not found a tutorial that does what I'm doing and thought I would share that part of it anyway. So let's dive in. So again, this has been 140 hours of work so far. We are almost done. There's going to be quite a gap between this video, at least the start of the video, and when I'll be finishing this one based off of, what it's been so far to kind of complete this ribbing that you're seeing on the outside of this. It is probably another 6+ hours of work ahead of us to get to the point that I can do like we're wrapping up section of this, because it takes a long time. It's been very rewarding, as I reached the end last time. Some of you may have seen, I think I'll have posted a short before this. This has been such a long project that knowing when I can actually post things will be different. But I'm going to try next week to get a short out. But I actually had to cut this project. So I actually had to take a section, cut it, re-stitch it, and seam it back together. So there is one section that is slightly shorter. It wouldn't be a big project if I didn't make a big mistake, I guess. That contributed some of the time, but not all of it. I ended up only doing, I believe, 8 total sets of stitches in this. I originally thought that I was going to end up needing more, but it had kind of worked up in a way that, I don't know if just I was getting more loose with the pattern as it went, which is not a bad thing, or just that the weight of it helped it stretch a little bit further and sit nicer, but I only needed 8 instead of 9 like I thought I would need. So I finished this slightly earlier than expected, but that's good because I have really like a week and a half left. So we're still cutting it kind of close, all things considered. Trying to juggle all the different projects for this channel has been an interesting challenge while also keeping some deadlines for myself in place. So there's several other projects that I am looking at still, but I want to make sure that I'm picking stuff that I can also accomplish along the way. Really happy. So the last video that we posted before this one, as far as in real life time, because the other video you've seen of this was months ago. This is being recorded right after I finished the scarf video, the green and yellow scarf for one of my players, and it was so well received. I was really happy. She was super excited, immediately was wearing it for the entire session. It's, I feel like we see reels and content sometimes about like who are good people to give gifts to, like people who actually receive them well. And while I understand some of us get a little bit uncomfortable receiving gifts, I'm kind of in that category. I still try and make a show of receiving something, especially if it's handmade, because it really matters that someone put in all of this time. And it definitely felt like the right starting point to kind of feel out that side of the world. So there's a couple projects that I have in mind of just small things that I want to learn. So I think one of the next videos that I'm going to be working on, this is out of timeline, is going to be separate from the sewing video, which is probably the next one that I record out of all of this. But in the crochet projects world, is doing a plushie for one of my friends. I would like to get that done before I see them in September. So fortunately, one of my players ended up having extra yarn, and I got a bunch of jumbo-sized velvet yarn. So I think that's going to be one of the projects that I do, since I have had an interest in trying to learn how to do amigurumis, and I think this is an easy and safe opportunity for me to look at doing that now that I'm a lot further along than when I last did one. I ended up giving my last one as a gift, but it was not easy to maintain tension at that time because I was still pretty new. And tension is the enemy of fiber arts generally. Okay, so we're at the point that I want to talk about what I'm doing. So you'll notice that the ribbing that I'm working, we'll see if I can get it in either or camera, is kind of a raised repeat. This looks like a knit ribbing. This is in crochet. We're doing back loop only, single crochets all around the sides. And I've completed 1 or 2 corners actually so far. And they look like this, which may not be visible on this camera, but this camera, you should be able to see that we're keeping that kind of corner patterning around the corner and keeping these lines all the way across it. I mean, we could probably stretch this to make it more obvious, but this is not something that I've seen online. I tried looking for ways to turn the corner while doing this style of ribbing, and most of them want me to just keep stitching off the side over here, and then I just connect up and go down. So it would create like a wall. It would look like this rather than like this. So I want it to round that corner. This is not straightforward. I do not know the parameters in which it works, but it seems like odd numbers are going to be more successful than even in terms of the number of stitches. Because right now I am doing 7 stitches up across this seam. So each time that I'm going up and down, it is 7 up, I chain 1 and then come back down 7. And then I anchor it to the material. And that's what all of these base stitches are. So for this, we're gonna poke at it. Because I'm kind of having to make it up as I go a little bit, it has been less than consistent, and I'm going to do the best that I can to work through this. This is my last corner that doesn't have stitching right around the corner from it. So that's why I'm choosing to record now, even though I have an entire side of this blanket yet to still do bordering on. So this is just gonna be whatever we get. So in this case, I didn't have enough stitches to continue and create a second stitch, because when we're going up and then back down, that's 2 rows that we've completed. So anytime that you come back to the bottom, I need to single crochet across 2 stitches. In this case, I don't have that. So functionally, we're treating this almost like an increase in the corner, which is normal in most corners. You need to add a little bit of space. So I'm adding 2 single crochets into the same space. Now I'm going to go back up just the same as I would in any other one. So we're gonna add my 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now this is when we start to change things. So I'm going to chain 1, and coming back, we're only going to go down 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now I'm going to chain 1, skip 1. And essentially we're reducing this down to create that V shape. So now we're going to single crochet 5, skipping the first single crochet. Still all in the back loop. So we're still creating that ribbed look. We are just working it now up into a triangle. And that is my 5. Now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to re-enter that same stitch. So we're only reducing on the side that faces the blanket by skipping in. This side we're going to stay because we want to keep this edge straight. We don't want to have that curve in. So we're going to re-enter our first single crochet, and we're going to go 4 across now. So we're still decreasing by 1 by not completing this entire row. 2, 3, and 4. Is that correct? Yes. Now we're going to chain 1. We're going to skip that first stitch. We're going to do 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, and we're going to go into 2, so the very first one and the second one. And now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to go into just that last one on the end. So right at the edge here, chain 1, or single crochet 1, excuse me. Now I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to roughly stitch down this side here, this angle, to get back to the middle so that I can work up the other side and connect it. So this is where things are not a science. I am trying to read the stitch as best as I can. So I'm going to stitch into 1, and I'm still single crocheting on this. I don't know if this would work better with slip stitches, but I am choosing to single crochet my way down. So 3, and I'll know that I'm on the odd numbered or even numbered rows, the top of them, each time that I come into like a normal looking single crochet, like one that's actually a full single crochet that I can go into. So let's see, 5, 6, and our last one at the bottom, 7. Okay, so now let me just double check my count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So now that we're here, I'm gonna see if I can get decent enough angles here from our side camera. It's just difficult with the light today. We had a rainy day in Phoenix, so everything just has that, like, it's bright but not bright. So for this purpose, we've come down the side of this. We are back above, this is our corner stitch right here. We're back above this corner stitch. We're going to re-enter that same stitch here just one time. And then we're going to create our chain up, because we're going to come right back into this on our way back. So we're just going to make this a little bit dense in this corner. So let's go ahead and single crochet into this corner. Now that we've anchored this down, I'm going to chain 8. So it's almost like we're starting newly on our ribbing, because whenever you start new, we're going to always add 1 extra. So let's see, I already lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now this is the part that I found a little bit weird to try and piece together. Again, maybe there are better tutorials on this online somewhere. I could not find them easily when I was looking, and just decided I can figure this out. One way or another, I will piece this together. So I'm turning this to try and face the direction that I want the stitches to build out. We're going to skip the very first single crochet, because that is part of our chain at the end. Then we wind up with 7. So we're going to enter the second chain to put our first single crochet. And we're going to work all the way down to create 7 single crochets. So 3. And this part is going to be, unfortunately, very difficult for me to show. I promise I'm trying my best for this. Okay. 6. And 7. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and seemingly 7. Let me double check really quickly just to make sure that I didn't miscount my numbers. I think I need this last one. Let's just redo this row. It'll be so much easier and safer for me to make sure that I'm not missing things that be critical to instructions. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. So maybe I just skipped 2 at the beginning. So let's go 1, 2. You can't say I didn't tell you this was like the jankiest part of this. This is the least comfortable. 3, 4, 5, Ooh. 6. And last but not least, 7. So we are going to be, and I'm going to try and show it here, we're going to be building this direction. So essentially, I am trying to work. Oh, this should have been 6. Apologies. We're removing 1 out of this. That way we start our count correctly on our way down, because we created 7 up with that set. And now we're going to be doing, we did 6 down. We're going to do 5 back up, 4, 3, 2, and 1 back to the top, and then we'll kind of handle how we're going to do this after. So we're creating that same connection here by creating this triangle shape that we have on this side in reverse over here, working outside in, and then we'll loop it to get back to the outside on our way back. So let's go ahead and chain 1. We're going to turn our work, and turning the work has been a mess this entire project, so you know, we can fight over that one. I don't feel like turning over an entire blanket, so we're just twisting to the outside for the first stitch. 2, 3, 4, and here is number 5. Perfect. Now we're on to doing 4. So similar as last time, whenever we're on the side that's going to be on the outside, we want to keep that straight. So we're going to re-enter the first single crochet there. And then on the way back from the inside, we will be decreasing by 1. So there's our 4 chain. And now when we go back in, we're skipping this first stitch. You'll see that we have 3 left after that. So we're going to stay back loop only, doing our single crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain, come back into the same one at the very front. 1 and 2. And then we chain 1, turn our work, and we're just going to go back into that corner one. We're skipping that first stitch. Let me just make sure I tighten this a little bit, make it a little more consistent here. Great. So now we have our corresponding flag shape. So we're going to chain 1, and then I have been trying to figure out the best way to do this, because we do have a front side or right side to this project, right? It's this side here. So I'm working from this side to seam. I want the stitches to sit on top here. So I'm going to be pulling the back side of the loops for each of these along my way down. That way the stitches will lay across the top, and we'll still have a ribbed look across that corner without it being really ribbed. If you've done granny squares and seamed them, there's a couple different ways to do it, but if you've seamed using singular loops only, you have seen how you can create a thicker stitch across the top doing this method. So there's not going to be an easy way for me to show you this. The important thing is that this string will need to stay behind my work, even though I'm working between 2 pieces of fabric. So I'll do what I can, but we're starting across here, and then we come back to this side. So let's fix the tension here. I need to push that underneath. And now we're going to pull through, and I am slip stitching this. Apologies if I was not clear on that. This is slip stitching to seam all of this. And I like running down the first side just so it's easier for me to assess where the loops are. It gives me a judge on how far in each stitch really should be lining up one to the next. Makes my life just a little bit easier as I look at the various sets of yarn from an angle that I don't think is very easy to read. I'm not bad at reading stitches necessarily, but there are certain things that can make it much harder, and I think this is one of those angles that is much more difficult to read your work. So we're just kind of patiently making our way through this best as we can, trying to keep it a little bit even, still working into just the back loops only. Let's see if I correctly figured out the spacing here. We'll know in just a matter of stitches, because we'll hit that bottom and we will see where that lands us. Let's see. So we need to go into... Ooh, I think I must have missed one. This is looking like I'm working up too fast in a way that's not lining this up. And so as we get to the end, this is where it's harder to juggle this thread that's coming out of the middle. I still need that to stay behind my work to have the seams look neat. So you may end up finding this to be a little bit more frustrating to work through at this point. That's unfortunately going to be how this happens. I wish I could say that it is somehow improved by something else, but sometimes, you know, for aesthetics, we need to suffer a little bit. And this is one of those times where I think that even though it may be more frustrating to work with, if you're persistent about it, you're gonna get it. You will make it happen. Let's just be patient in how we futz with it. Because once we get it, we're good. We don't need to come back and we'll make that corner look so much nicer than we would otherwise be able to do. Okay, I think we got that last corner stitch. We're gonna pull through. And so what we're working with now, it looks like my top stitch got a little bit loose. Just trying to keep the tension tight on that. So I think we're gonna redo that one maybe, but as we play with it, it's looking like it's sitting just fine. So you'll see that we have our center seam that we just did running right up that middle line here, but we still have ridges here, here, and here, as well as here, here, and here. That way it kind of keeps the visual pattern that we've been seeing of these vertical lines traveling down the sides all the way until we reach a point that we need to turn and then resumes them. Now, we're kind of in a weird spot, right? We have this coming out of the middle. I want to reattach and we're gonna go one. Again, we're packing a lot of stitches into this corner, but now we're gonna enter into our next stitch on the side. Two, whoop. Let me make sure I get that right. Yep, two. And now I'm gonna go up this side. So let me just make sure I get my 7 count correct because I don't want to miss anything. Because we're kind of coming in from the side almost. So this first row afterwards is going to be hard to read because you are also having to now enter loops that have already had half of their loop taken. I mean, I know we have like 3 loops, but really we're kind of in this in-between space. So we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're gonna grab 7 back here. Okay, chain, turn your work, and we're gonna go back down our 7. So 1, 2, and I'm gonna make sure after this, because even though it seems like we're done and safe, I do want to double check that it looks like it's sitting correctly, that we have the right number of things where they should be. So we'll take a moment afterwards to verify that we've got it. So we have stitch number 7. You need to get into just one of those loops, not both of them. There we go. And then we're gonna single crochet our anchors here. So 1 and 2. And now we should be able to see how we did. Looks pretty good. It's possible that we have different tensions going on here, and obviously we lose a little bit of the ribbing effect for just this one row. It is not the end of the world to me. I still think that this looks better than the alternative, so I'm willing to take that for what it is. Obviously, there might be ways to, again, work with and modify this set of steps. Maybe it's something that I make a separate video on as I learn a little bit more about designing my own corner systems and other things like this. I've not done a blanket before, so really we're just going with what we can learn along the way. But that's really what I wanted to show here at the beginning. I still have a lot of work left to do on this project to get to the point where I can be saying, hey, we're getting close to done. I mean, you could say we've made it through now 3 sides of it. But that's what I noticed, is that these sides where it is not the ends, right? Because what we just did was like, oh, the pattern runs that direction. So we're gonna have loops that are very easy and visible to see as we make our way across that. These sides do not have the privilege of providing me that. So there is a lot of figuring out what is the right number of stitches, and it's also just a higher quantity of stitches. So I work my way through that, but it does take me quite a bit longer on this side in particular. So for now, I think we're gonna we're gonna jump to where I am much closer. That way we can wrap up the ribbing on the edge of this blanket and then put some tassels on the corners, because that's what I think is gonna make this feel complete, is some good long tassels. So let's jump to probably next week sometime. I'll see you there. Okay, well, welcome back. It has been several hours. I'm at 146 hours on this project now, but we are very near the end. So I'm gonna jump back in while I'm kind of finishing up these rows. We're gonna talk through finishing it, get it tied off, get tassels added, bundle it up. I'm gonna try and like wrap everything up in a moderate pace. I already kind of went over the earlier corner. I actually had to redo it. It did not shake out how I wanted it to. So anyway, redid that corner. It still followed the same instructions. I just must have missed something along the way. So either way, here we are. So I have been working hard to try and get this handed off, because today is actually when I would like to be able to hand over this project. So to make that happen, I have been putting the nose to the grindstone, just getting to work on it, because time is running short. Not that it's like, again, pressingly urgent, but just one of those things where like you want to get it done early. I don't want to not be able to hand it over. So I am very proud of how things have gone. There are absolutely mistakes. I mean, by the time that you've seen this video, I probably put up a short. I'll see if I can add a tag or something for in the top corner, this direction, that I really biffed it on this and had to cut and seam a section. So we'll make sure that's included. I can't remember if I mentioned that. I did the last recording about a week ago now, so it's been a little bit, somewhere around there. So this is progressed since then. But yeah, very excited to be near the end of this. Outside of that, I'm like, let's be real, life hasn't changed that much in the span of the last little clip until now. However, I am recording another video, if I can, tomorrow, trying to get ahead of stuff for the travels, because with Gen Con and other things, I'd like to have some ready to go for you all and me, just so I can feel like I'm being consistent about it, because I'd like to stay as consistent as I can. So we'll see how I do on prepping those things in advance. But for now, we get to check off one other project that's like done across the finish line. I would like to do project completion videos as consistently as I can. I know that I talked about it in the first part for this video of like feeling like I wasn't getting to provide completed projects as frequently as I would like. So obviously this one's going to be a project completion. But then past that, I'm like, there are a couple of things I want to do. The sewing one, it may come out before this. So I want to make a bow tie and pocket square. So I think that's going to be the in-between video between the first part of me making this, which was way back in April that I recorded that, but it'll get posted. Then there will be that video, this one. I have at least 1 to 2 other videos kind of in the headspace of things to do. So I know that I'm gonna be picking up some crochet stuff again. I want to keep working on sewing where I can. It's just more of a timing thing than anything. If I can do a Gen Con recap video, we'll absolutely be including that. So if I can only record little snippets, we'll have a short form little content, piece of like video for you. Otherwise, I'm hoping that I can maybe make enough or maybe record an episode where I bring that in just to show it. Because I am really looking forward to the classes that I'm going to get to take while I'm out there. So it should be interesting to see what new skills I can learn. I have a couple things that I'm very excited for there. Aside from that, this week is like we're reaching the tail end. So my brother and his fiance still staying with me. They're actually across the house from me presently while I'm finishing up this project for them. I got a really nice ribbon and some decorative, like Michael's called it floral, but it has butterflies on it to match the motifs of the wedding. So I am looking forward to getting to bundle this up. I'm gonna experiment a little bit with content in the future because I've made some videos recently that have been quite long. I don't know if you all would prefer to have a little bit shorter of content that I like record in spurts where, you know, I take an hour of content, but I don't voice over the entire hour. Like, you'll be able to see the hour's worth of progress. However, it would be me doing like sped up video and then talking over that and having it be, let's say 20 to 30 minutes, if that's just easier for the purposes of consuming the content. So if you have any preferences or opinions on like a length of time you'd like the content to run that you consume, I am certainly all ears, because at this point the longer videos are not performing as well. It's not going to change necessarily what it is that I do, aside from just maybe changing the editing structure for it, as I've been getting, well, I don't want to say good at editing, but just a little bit better at the basics. So now that I understand a little better what I'm doing, does it make more sense to jump in with an approach that's maybe a little bit more in line with what kind of time frames are comfortable for people to sit down and watch? And I can just condense what it is I talk about. Do you prefer the longer form ones where it floats between me talking about the various things that are going on in my life and then talk about what it is I'm doing and how? You tell me, and we'll go from there. So now we are entering our last couple stitches. So I left a stitch marker in for myself to know that this is my last one. So we are going in. I'm going to keep the stitch marker in for now. And I'm going to do that kind of corner flagging piece. When I complete it and come back down, we're actually going to go back up and connect to this one and then connect the flags over. So let's see how I do this time compared to the previous one, because it went fine as soon as I just undid it and redid it. Felt bad to frog something after I just told you all what I was doing, but you know, it unfortunately happens. I make lots of mistakes in these videos, and it certainly won't be the last time that it happens that I make something that I have to undo later. I'd be more surprised if I didn't have that happen in the course of the projects that I do. I'm still getting better about commentating while I'm having to do things that do require some level of thinking, active participation from my mind as I do them. So we're improving, though I don't know that these are the videos for me to be saying that with the quantity of mistakes that I have made on such a large project, but neither here nor there. Because like part 1 is actually the moment, oh Jesus, when it went wrong. So that row I was complaining about, the slip stitch, like half, it's a yarn over back loop only slip stitch, and that's the row where things went wrong, that then I had to cut the entire blanket later. So, you know, maybe if you're considering doing something like this, we consider it from the headspace of, is this a project I'm willing to risk a big mistake on? Obviously, some people are substantially better at keeping these things together while they do them. But being new to this, that did not happen. And honestly, not to toot my own horn, I feel like I handled it better than I was anticipating. It was more just like a, well, I guess we're gonna have to cut this and stitch it back together. Like, I know I can stitch it back together. It just sucks. It's not fun. So we have finished our first portion of the flag. So now I'm going to, I'm calling it a flag. It's shaped kind of like a flag, you know, like one of the little triangular flags, like corner of a soccer field or something. So we're gonna stitch down this side just so that I can get my pieces all laid out. And I think another one I ended up single crocheting. I am slip stitching here just to kind of keep things, I guess, somewhat even. I don't even know that I would call it even. Those 2s, and I'm gonna get in 3. I think this is a good point. Now I'm just gonna do a little time lapse here as we work our way through this, because I'd like to try and keep this video not as long. How about that? Okay, we are now at the point where we're going to seam these together, and once we're done with that, we're done. So let's be careful about how I seam this. I can't believe I'm almost done with this project. Like, it doesn't quite feel real to me that I am like a couple minutes away from being done. I mean, we're still gonna add tassels, so maybe that's like disingenuous of me to say, but you know, we're right there. Okay. We're done. That's crazy. I just need to cut this end, but yeah. Boy howdy, what an adventure. Let's get like some B-roll. I'm gonna quickly throw together some tassels. We already did that in the video with the scarves, so I don't want to make you sit through that process. This was the more substantial moment of just getting to finish, and the last stitches have gone in. It has been like 146 hours of doing this project, and it's kind of weird to be like, I'm done. What an adventure. That has been one hell of a project. I don't know that I want to sign up for one quite this long again, but I am really proud of myself for the work that I've done on this. This has been quite a learning process of just having to do so much work. I don't know that I have much that I can really add to that. It's a lot. This has been, 6 months of my life, really, of doing this singular project as often as I could make time for it. It's been kind of a consistent, I wouldn't call it a background task even. It's been living in various places throughout the house so that I could work on it at any and all available windows. And to have it actually be like a done product that I'm going to get to hand over is something else. This is my hands will be grateful. I probably will never ever forget doing something quite like this. It is so far the best thing that I've ever made, and I have no doubt in my mind as I say that it has been riddled with mistakes and problems, but that doesn't subtract from just the sheer amount of work and care and love that has been put into making this product. So stick with me. Let's get some B-roll and just bask in the moment of completing a project of this magnitude. Thank you. Well, that is the end of a long project. I just want to say thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you are finding this as, I don't know, lovely as I am, maybe. I feel really great about the work that I've put into this. So I'm really glad that I get to share it with you all. Please, if it's something you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and comment what things you'd like to see me do next. But for now, I think this is where we call it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.